What's up, you all? Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing fine during this quarantine lockdown. And today I have a special topic for you. Today's topic is why you should seek discomfort during this quarantine lockdown. Now, the first time I came across this word seek discomfort is from a channel named Yes Theory, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have known them by now. They're pretty popular and they inspired me. They inspire lots of people. What they do is they do crazy stuff such as skydiving and throwing random parties with random strangers. And they're pretty inspiring with the slogan seeking discomfort. But what I want to clarify is that sometimes seek discomfort doesn't necessarily mean that you gotta do a lot of bombastic stuff such as skydiving or throwing parties. Sometimes it just means that you gotta put yourself in a place of unfamiliarity that you're uncomfortable being in. That's seek discomfort. Now you know the meaning of seek discomfort, but you gotta know why you're doing it, why you're putting yourself through this thing. Is it because you like to torture yourself? Hell no, man. See, a lot of the times seeking discomfort could actually be rewarding, but the reward isn't what you think it would be. It isn't the result, to be honest. And a lot of the time, seeking discomfort puts you in a place where you can learn and you can grow in the process. And that, my friend, itself is the reward. I will gladly use myself as an example. See, during this quarantine lockdown, I have put myself through a phase of seeking discomfort by setting a strict upload schedule on YouTube and stick to it. And I know it would be uncomfortable and I know there would be complications that I couldn't cope with. And did I do this because I want to get views and subscribers on YouTube and eventually earn money on it? No. If you ask me, I do this because I want to put myself through the process of learning and growing on knowing a lot of stuff related to movie production, because that's what I like. And that's my reward for seeking discomfort. To quote the definition of a good habit, it's something easier to be done than not to be. We all have that little thought in the corner of our mind that we want to build a habit, that we want to fully commit into something, but we don't really have the chance, we don't really have the time, we don't really have the energy, yada yada yada. But all that excuses, all that gibberish right now isn't so valid. During this quarantine lockdown, you have all the time, you have all the energy up to you to do whatever you want. And if you decide to do that thing that you've always wanted to pursue, you're putting yourself in a place of unfamiliarity. Therefore, if you ask me, you're putting yourself in a place of seeking discomfort. The other thing about seeking discomfort is that you're only doing yourself a favor, especially during this quarantine lockdown thing, because you're keeping yourself somewhat disciplined when the whole world isn't functioning properly. And so, when the whole world is functioning back at its normal state, you won't be a few steps behind everybody. Although I want to state that this quarantine lockdown thing isn't a competition for anyone, but seeking discomfort isn't to compete, but just for your own sake and for your own give you guys a little bit of insight about what happened. So my phone is taped here on the wall so that I could record myself in front of this wall. I taped double-sided tape and stick it to my phone so that I could have my phone positioned here and record myself. But the double-sided tape failed to do its one and only job that I gave him and make my phone fall. Luckily, I have my friend here, Bobby. He's a cushion and it prevents if my phone fell and from serious damage. And it did. So I'm grateful for you, Bobby. Okay, so I gotta introduce you to my table lamp here, which provides good lighting for my future videos. And here we have a picture of Emma Watson. You know why? Because I put her there to pretend that I'm like talking to her rather than talking to a camera, which feels really weird, and it actually solves my problem. It helps me think that I'm talking to Emma Watson, which makes me talk more fluently in front of camera. So that's all I'm gonna say for my video. Thanks if you stay till the end. I'm really grateful. If I ever manage to change someone's life, if I ever manage to inspire one or at least two of you to step outside of your comfort zone right here, right now, please comment down in the sections below, because it's gonna make me feel all of this is worth it. It's gonna make me feel like the happiest person in the world, because I'm inspired by a lot of people. I'm inspired by Emma Watson right here. I'm inspired by PewDiePie, I'm inspired by Avicii, I'm inspired by Matt Diavela, Yes Theory, all sorts of people. But what if I actually inspire people like how they inspire me? Wow, man, it's gonna be such a blessing. I'm gonna be so happy and I'm gonna have sweet dreams today. So that's all I'm gonna say for my video. Stay home, stay safe, step outside of your comfort zone today and right now, but most importantly, don't step out of your home.